This week on CMA Live, we've got updates from Boss Audio, Memphis, Lucas Lighting, Nakamichi, and ZZ2. This is CMA Live All Access, brought to you by SiriusXM and sponsored by 5 Access Innovations. And it starts now. Well, if you're in the business of source units, it's no secret that what's trending right now are large format floating screens. Boss Audio has kind of mastered this and have come up with an incredible selection. And they've been on CMA before talking about these huge format interfaces. And I think we've got some updates as far as inventory. We go now to Colin Ross at Boss Audio to give us some updates on not only the 12, but the very exciting 14-inch floating unit.
That's right, Ben. The famous 12-inch floating head unit is in stock now, finally. You can head over to bossaudio.com, pick this guy up with one of the best warranties out in the industry. Behind me right here is the 14-inch. That's coming next month. It's almost here. We could taste it. But along with that, we also have the other sizes that we offer: 8-inch, 9-inch, 10.1-inch. All of them are dual camera ready, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and so much more.
Well, there you go, guys. Dealers rejoice. If you have customers that want some large format interface and experience, count on Boss. Looks like the 12-inch, and now the 14 is right behind it to be ready to be ordered. Now, pivoting to another very exciting and popular category, we switched to Harley-Davidson. Did you know that Boss has solutions for source units for Harley-Davidson as well? Colin, tell us a little bit more about the BEHDIN 98.
That's right, Ben. Under our elite line, we have the brand new BEHDIN 98. Radio replacement for Harley Road, Street, and Electra Glide, 1998 to 2013. Bluetooth, aux-in, USB, and works perfectly with our front Harley speaker kit, which is the BEHD 3F, and the rear kit, which is the BHD 98 or the BHD 13.
Now, continuing on the theme that Boss Audio has got you covered regardless of the scenario when it comes to source units, we're going to go to another category, another one that some of you dealers might not even have explored yet or come across, but I'll tell you right now, this is a hot one coming in, and we're talking about RVs. And yep, Boss has got you covered in that department too.
That's right, Ben. This is our new unit for RVs. It's the BV6860BH. 5-inch by 4 1/4 that fits pretty much any RV radio location. Dual zone, so you could turn it up in the front, turn it down in the back, or vice versa, whatever you want. 40 watts by 4 channels. It's pretty standard: Bluetooth, aux-in, USB, AM, FM. We've got an HDMI pass-through port, so you could use this unit as sort of the hub. You could plug your devices into this and then have it play on your display or TV that's in the back of the RV. Also RCA video input and output for this guy.
Hi, Jody from 5 Access here. Just want to bring everybody up to speed with what we do and how we do it. We're a display company. We do a lot of custom graphics. Obviously, we do custom audio boards. We do RGB lighting. We do graphical work up top. We also do all the different custom amp mounts. So for all your store needs, we do front counters, we do home audio sections, we do lighting. Everything that you're looking for, give us a call. Again, it's 5 Access, 414-326-7162.
Memphis Audio has been so busy coming up with amazing product in so many categories, but recently they've kind of gone back to the drawing board and I believe have kind of leveled up in the soundbar category by introducing a different type of experience for the end user and an amazing platform for system building. Nick LaMonaco from Memphis Cardio joins us now to tell us all about the all-new MXS B2 4V3 soundbar.
Yeah, Ben, we've been in the soundbar game for quite a while now. And as you mentioned, the part number, this is our third Rev V3 of our soundbars. And this is an all new, both size and feature set on we call it the SP24 V3 to shorten it up. With this soundbar, like I say a million times on all these times we've talked together, is we listen to our customers. So we came out with our first soundbar. It was awesome. People loved it, but they're like, what about this? What about that? What about this? And everybody wants everything added to make life easier. So we try to do our best. And this soundbar is kind of the existence of all the soundbar ideas that we've got from our customers and everything that worked well with our old soundbar. So this 24-inch soundbar comes with basically our head unit, our SMC3 head unit. So you're going to get all the controls you would get in a regular head unit. That means fully customizable EQ. That means front rear sub output. That means video input. This is the first family of soundbars to have video input. And a lot of people ask, why do you want video input on a soundbar? Well, if you got that soundbar mounted in front on the roll cage, you don't need a huge screen. You just need to make sure you're not running over your dog or your kid when you're backing up your machine. So plenty big enough screen to see that. And then, of course, the output is still going to be there with the 4 mids and 2 tweets. It's still super loud as our other soundbars have ever been, and sounds even better. And then, of course, like most of our stuff, especially on the power sports side, it's got the RGBs built in, so all the cones light up 7 colors, and then you can also have RGB outputs. You can run the rest of the RGBs on your machine with our soundbar, and then with our RGB amplifier that we have, you for sure can run as many LEDs as you want using the soundbar as a source. And as I mentioned, source, we have some perfect things to add onto it, like our Hydra Cube, our powered 10-inch universal marine grade box that you could throw in the bed of your side-by-side and just get the signal from the soundbar. So many options just as a standalone audio system, or as the start and head unit of a full-blown audio system where you can add rear speakers, a sub, etc. So super cool. Very excited that this soundbar is finally here.
Nick, I want to take this opportunity to really point out this strong feature that you have that really stands out on this new soundbar. And that is the fact that this is a true source unit that's being integrated into a soundbar. Unlike the past, where, yes, many soundbars can be used as a source unit and you can add amplifiers and the such. But I feel that this, with the screen, really elevates that experience from a source unit perspective with this soundbar. And I think I really believe this may be starting a trend for future soundbars.
Yeah, Ben. I mean, as you mentioned, that using the soundbar as a source isn't anything new, but adding the ease of connectivity with the full color screen head unit, running the soundbar, I think it is going to start changing the game, especially as more and more machines are coming with audio systems. So the ones that don't, they want to have some of that similar connectivity and ease of use with their bolt-on system. So. That's why I think these soundbars, well, we already know they're very popular and everyone's loving them. And I think it might start a trend in the soundbar world.
All right. So as you heard Nick say, these brand new soundbars are in fact in stock. So make sure you get a hold of your local Memphis audio distributor or rep. Now, on the topic of what's in stock, these next items that we're going to get Nick to talk about have been spoken of since they came out. But guess what? They are in stock now, ready to roll. They have a moniker, a name that is synonymous with Memphis Audio at this point, and that is, of course, Mojo. More specifically, Nick, tell us all about these Mojo Pro amps that are back in inventory.
Yeah, Ben, these amplifiers probably been the most successful launch of amplifiers maybe in the history of the company. The reason that we're talking about them now, being back in stock and that being a big deal, is because we outsold our forecast by 4 times, and that's why it's been really tough to keep in stock. These amplifiers are awesome. They were designed with the Mojo name for good reason. That's synonymous with Memphis, but it's also synonymous with loud. So these pair up great with our Mojo Pro speakers and subs. The 800 watt 4-channel, it's high powered 4-channel to power those speakers, get those highs really screaming, and the footprint's pretty small too for a real 800 watt amp that sounds good. So I mean, I've heard there's been some amplifiers out there in the market. Oh, got 800 watts. It's not very big, but it doesn't sound very good. This thing sounds incredible. We also have 3 monos, 1,000, 1,500, and 3,000 watt that pair perfectly with our Mojo Pro subs. At 750 RMS, but really any subs, because these amplifiers, they have an awesome old school look. They got a bright orange bar with the Memphis logo across the middle. Big chunk of aluminum. You can feel the aluminum when you pick it up, and that keeps them nice and cool, so you can be banging those subs all day. And they're all strappable. I mean, not many people strap, but everyone asks, and yes, they are strappable. So we have a 3,000 watt strappable amplifier. And probably the best part, I guess, for consumers especially, is the value that these amplifiers give. So they're probably some of the most cost-effective, high-powered, high-quality amplifiers that exist on the market. These are 100% us. We engineered them. They're high-quality amplifiers. They're Memphis amplifiers, and they're a great value. And the best part about it for our customers right now is that they're in stock and shipping for the first time in forever. But who knows? I mean, they still are flying off the shelf. So no, we got more coming in always, but get them while they're hot. I would say right now.
Some big news in the lighting category coming out from Canadian distributor Dick's Performance, as they've acquired a new line to represent and distribute in Canada. We're talking about Lucas Lighting. Yes, Lucas Lighting has a new partner. Let's go to Dave McLean from Dick's Performance to get all the details.
That's right, Ben. We're excited here at Dick's Performance to announce Lucas Lighting to Canada. We're excited to have another performance lighting brand on the shelf here at Dick's Performance. We've never done things as a singular entity. We've always made sure we have options for our customers in distribution to offer some competitive pricing and some competitive products. We've got the entire Lucas product category in stock right now at Dick's Performance, and we're ready to ship. They have some amazing offerings that we haven't experienced before in LED lighting, and some price categories we haven't experienced before in LED lighting. Their stuff goes all the way from our entry-level lighting at around $100 all the way up to about the $600 level on the L5.
Well, congratulations to Dick's Performance and Dave. That looks phenomenal as an offering. But let's get the details. We're going to go to VP of Sales of Lucas Lighting, Mr. Steve Rogers, who's standing by. Now, Steve, this has got to be some exciting news for Lucas Lighting as well.
Well, we're incredibly excited to be partnered with Dick's Performance to bring Lucas Lighting to Canada. We've had a lot of interest from the Canadian market. You experience what we experience here in the northern U.S. is really short days, and there's just no substitute for better lighting and being able to see during those days when you're driving to work in the dark and home in the dark.
So obviously, Dave, I mean, Dick's Performance has been, a leader in distribution of different lighting options for many years. And of course, LED technology has gone to a point where it's undeniable. So talk to us a little bit about the reasons why you chose Lucas, and what is it that you're showing in front of you as far as the type of offering that you'll have for your customers?
Here at Dick's Performance, we've got 35 years of lighting experience, and we wanted to make sure that when we reviewed a new line that we were going to knock it out of the park. And Lucas really does that for us. They've got a bulb for every application, they've got a price point for every budget, and they've got some new technology we haven't seen before. So, when we reviewed the line and we really looked at it, we went from the MX series bulb, which is just your standard drop and turn style bulb, all the way up to the L5, which is basically like a light bar in your headlights housings. But everything in between kind of falls in a price point that, matches every budget. We're seeing some great technology in the entry-level bulbs as well. So the technology isn't lost when you're at the beginning of the category, but really where it shines is in the middle of the category at L3 and L4. We see a lot of applications in this market. It's a reasonable price point, in that $200 to $500 range, depending on the amount of bulbs you need per application. And really the performance speaks for itself. Lucas has done a lot of research in this market, and it shows in their product offering.
So here's what's unique about Lucas Lighting. So regardless of whether you're buying our entry-level bulbs or our top-end L5 bulbs, we design with three principles always in mind. So we're always looking at fitment. If you can't put it in the vehicle, what good is it to you? Performance. So for those that are in the audio business, liken it kind of to a subwoofer and an enclosure. So we don't control the enclosure. The factory makes the enclosure on the vehicle where we're going to put our light. What we need to make in the audio world would be the best subwoofer for that enclosure. So what we study is the enclosure itself and optimize our product for highest performance in the enclosure. So performance, always important. You don't want to have unwanted glare and blind oncoming traffic. 100% true across all lines. The third aspect of the equation is durability, right? So if you buy a premium performing product, you don't want to have to replace it every 6 months. So again, whether you spend $100 on our product or you spend $600 on our product, those things are always going to be true.
Well, Dave, if anything, I'm sure our dealers' appetite is certainly whet from this amazing display of product and a great announcement of a new line available to them. As far as inventory and everything they need to know, what is the message to dealers tuning in?
The message to everyone is that it's in stock today. We spend a lot of time reviewing these lines and making sure that we launch them correctly in the Canadian marketplace. And everything you see on the table today and so much more is already on the shelf and ready to purchase. Visit dixperformance.com today and become a dealer for Lucas Lighting and start your lighting business today.
Hey guys, Ricky Lima here from SiriusXM. I had a chance to speak to some dealers and ask them what they love about selling SiriusXM. Here's what they had to say.
Coast-to-coast coverage.
I love SiriusXM for commercial-free music.
It's a great add-on sale and a profit opportunity.
We love selling SiriusXM because you can listen to the same channel coast to coast.
Profitability and ease of installation. It's a no-brainer.
We love selling SiriusXM for its ease of installation, great profitability, and reliability. People love it.
Major Canadian distributor Automobility seems like they're adding another line to offer their customers, this time by way of source units and enclosures. The brand is Nakamichi, and today we've got their product manager, Nima Jalavan, to tell us a little bit more about it. Now, Nima, this is an exciting brand and announcement for you guys. I know there's a little bit of history with Nakamichi in the past, but it seems like you're definitely taking a major step forward with this brand.
Well, Ben, yes, we have introduced brand new models to our Nakamichi product line for 2023 going to 2024, and it will consist of 2 brand new multimedia head units for our independent specialty dealers. And on top of that, we're now including a powered enclosure, which is a 10-inch box with a built-in amplifier and a bass boost knob to either work with your OEM sound system or to your upgraded head unit sound system.
Now, many of us have seen kind of Nakamichi start coming back into the scene, but recently I have to say their designs and execution on some of the newer models are definitely well done. I think we're going to be talking about a couple of these today, like Nima had mentioned. Let's start with the NA3625W6. That basically is a Mechless Android Auto CarPlay unit at a very good price point.
Ben, the NA3625 W6, it's a 6.8-inch multimedia unit, which now has wireless and wired CarPlay and Android Auto. And it's going to be replacing many of the previous models that we had in the double DIN segment with this newer technology product. The head unit is going to be fully featured with the latest and the greatest. As I mentioned, not only wireless CarPlay Android Auto, but you do have the connectivity with wired. So in the event there's a problem with a software within the phone and you just cannot get wireless connectivity, you have a backup plan with this. And on top of that, it's a fully featured head unit. It's got your capacitive touchscreens that you're looking for, 3 pairs of pre-out, up to 4 volts, and it's got 10-band EQ. The AM/FM is the tuner is a premium piece, which gives you up to 12 bands, and on top of that, it's RDS capable.
Now, that's a fantastic value piece, but I'll be honest, this next piece kind of got me excited because when I saw the visual, and then you guys will see this in a second, big screen is what it's all about right now. And the model is the NA3625 WUX in a 10-inch version.
Absolutely. So the NA 3625 WUX is the big brother of our 6.8-inch product that we just introduced. And basically, it's got all the same feature sets, just in the 10.1 inch platform. So it's a floating mechanism display where you have multiple adjustments to the screen that you could basically set and do, which you can either angle it, tilt it up to 25 degrees, and even move it up and down. So it'll work in majority of the vehicles today, and it's got a good ballpoint mounting setup so that it's easy and flexible to adjust by the end user of the product as well. And on top of what we've discussed with feature sets in the previous model, the 6.8 inch, both of them, just to bring more features to the table, they have wired direct steering wheel, wired controls for the steering wheel controls, or the 3.5 millimeter jack so that you can use it with your steering wheel interface modules.
And last but not least, a little bit of a surprise, because in the past we've seen Nakamichi source units come to the table, but now Automobility is putting forth a very compact, very OEM integration friendly active subwoofer option.
Ben, this 10-inch active subwoofer system box that we have from Nakamichi, it's a beautiful looking piece, and it also sounds amazing. We've been testing this product along with our head units for the past 3 to 4 months, making sure we bring the right products out to the field. All these products have passed our tests. We've put it in multiple demo vehicles. We've tested it, and we've got nothing but amazing performance out of them. So the 10-inch active system, a couple of the highlights that our friends need to know is that it comes with a heavy-duty mesh grill already, so that's included. The amplifier is bolted right into the side of the box, flush-mounted. It has a high-level input for your OEM integration. It comes with an external bass boost knob as well, so that it could easily be controlled by the driver out of thumbnail. So you don't need to go through settings into the aftermarket head units or be limited onto your bass controls with the OEM side of the products. We also came up with a brand new amplifier kit specifically designed for this product. Our amplifier takes a 10 gauge input, and we have now a Nakamichi 10 gauge amp kit, model number NKWK110, which is a full amp kit, 2-channel with RCA wires. So you can basically pair that up, and it would be a great package for your customers.
All right, our next story is coming to you from ZZ2. Yeah, you know that brand that's bringing to you all these great solutions to get you wired and wireless CarPlay for both Android Auto and, of course, Apple CarPlay. But they've gone ahead and expanded their offering to give even more service to their customers, getting into 2 other categories. Today, we're going to be talking with their sales manager, Steve Cope, about said new categories. One of them, let's start, Steve. It's kind of different because we're talking about a lighting solution, but more about emergency lighting. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about the Zwags?
Hey, Ben, I appreciate you having us on today to speak about our great feature that we have in our Zwags product. High visibility safety for those that need it when they're on the roadways or within a neighborhood to draw attention to their vehicle and keep their employees safe.
Steve, when I first heard about the Zwags, I didn't quite grasp the concept, but I'll tell you what, we're going to share a video here that Steve has prepared to really give you a visual understanding of what this unit does. And I think it's pretty evident what you can do with it and how you can offer it to your clients. Here we go.
Steve here with ZZ2, coming to you from Knowledge Fest here in Indianapolis, Indiana. Going to do a little quick demo of our new Zwags products for your Ford products, 2014 and up. I'm going to plug right into the passenger kick BCM. 2 quick, simple connections, as you can see right here. Bam and bam. Simple module that it plugs into as well. Comes with 2 features. It can be run by a trigger button right here, or that trigger button could be snipped and run into an upfitter switch if need be, or you can operate it with your high beams. Simply pull it back like you're hitting your high beams. Wait for the hazards to hit. It's about 5 seconds. Once they click, your patterns are up and running. Again, if you wanted to use the push button it comes with, just push and hold it for about 3 seconds to 5 seconds. You're back to regular drive mode. Readily in stock, available from your great partners here at ZZ2 to you. Give us a call your distributor, reach out, we have the product for you.
So as you can see, pretty cool because you're not using any extra equipment. In fact, you're actually tapping into the factory lights, which is a great solution. Now, my question for you, Steve, now that we've established this kind of foundation of what Zwags can do, where can it go from here? Are there other applications that we could look forward to?
You know, Ben, that's a good question because I really believe that there are several opportunities out there for our Zwag product to go on additional items. You know, we've talked with the development team here. We've talked with our engineers. We've been at trade shows and talking to our dealers. You know, the one big thing that they've come to us and asked us, what about Zwags for a trailer? You know what? It's a great idea. I mean, trailers need to have that high visibility just like the truck does, especially when it's being towed. So that's where we're looking to move towards. We have, you know, our development team. I've already started looking into it, and I think it's going to be something that we're going to be a rollout fairly quickly and possibly even by the end of the year.
All right, guys, we're going to make sure we stay on top of this story as ZZ2 continues to develop this interesting opportunity and avenue with the Zwags lighting system. Now, I promised at the top that we're talking about multiple categories that ZZ2 is expanding into. And the other one is, I guess we can consider it ADAS, because now ZZ2 has some interesting dash cams for sale that might pique your interest. Steve, what is the story on these dash cams that ZZ2 is now offering?
Yeah, here at ZZ2, we have a great partnership with Blackview already, and really, I think they put out a great camera. But to expand our product line, we're looking at bringing in a new vendor called Road Angel. They are widely considered one of the top dash cams in the UK. Great for consumer pricing wise. Doesn't really require a hard install. However, they do sell them with a hardwire install kit, but more based to that consumer friendly, budget friendly dash cam that still offers 4K quality, cloud service, and 24-hour monitoring.
All right, Steve. So in review, we're talking about Zwags is going great. Absolutely. If you haven't checked that out, make sure you check that out. We're talking about an expansion for application in the Zwags category and also some new Road Angel dash cams. What's the inventory like on these items so dealers can get their hands on some?
Our Zwags are completely in stock for Ford, Dodge, and Chevy, ready to ship right from our South Florida warehouse. For the dash cams, the Road Angel dash cams, we have those in stock as well. They're ready to ship as well from our South Florida warehouse. So if you're looking to interested to get into some of these dash cams or our Zwag products, reach out to your distributor, reach out to your salesperson, or go to our website at zz-2.com. All the information is on the website. Feel free to check it out.
And that's what's going on this week in our 12-volt mobile electronics industry. I want to take this opportunity to thank all our guests for coming on the show today. Signing out here from CMA Live All Access, brought to you by SiriusXM and sponsored by 5 Axis Innovations. I'm your host, Ben Wu. Until next time, we connect.
There's never been a better time to have SiriusXM with over 150 channels in your vehicle. Your Platinum Plan offer includes more than ever before to enjoy online, on your phone, or at home. Create your own ad-free personalized stations powered by Pandora. Hear ad-free extra channels and enjoy favorite shows with SiriusXM Video on Demand. What you love is on now.